You know that feeling, right? When you find yourself in a place of just deep uncertainty. The kind of challenge that feels totally beyond your control, and you have absolutely no idea what comes next. It's a feeling we all know. It's like being in a thick emotional fog. And when you're in that fog, all these questions just start to bubble up. You might find yourself wondering, is life ever going to feel consistent again? Am I ever going to get back to that feeling of steady ground? Or, hey, maybe this one hits a little closer to home. Are all these scattered pieces of my life ever going to actually come together and make a picture that makes any sense? And maybe the deepest one of all, will there ever be solid ground beneath me again? You know, it's that feeling of groundlessness that can be the most disorienting thing about all this uncertainty. Now, this feeling of having the rug pulled out from under you, well, it can hit a certain type of person especially hard. I'm talking about the planners, the visionaries, the people who build systems to create their reality. For them, it's more than just being uncomfortable. It's something we can call the planner's paradox. I mean, think about it. If you're someone who thrives on having a plan, who knows exactly how to direct your energy to get things done, then being lost in this fog isn't just a minor inconvenience. It can feel like a complete system failure. Suddenly, your greatest strengths feel totally useless. And that right there creates this huge disconnect. See, on one hand, you've got this powerful toolkit, right? Structure, systems, intention, the works. But on the other hand, your reality just feels like you're staring at a blank wall. You can't see the path forward, so you don't even know what to ask for or what to even aim your toolkit at. And simmering just beneath all that frustration is this quiet, nagging fear. The fear of losing everything you've worked so hard to build. It's that little voice whispering, what if none of this is going to hold? It's a fear of losing control over the very future you tried so carefully to construct. But what if the way through all this isn't about wrestling back control over the outside world? What if it's about finding a completely different kind of stability? This brings us to a really powerful idea, the emotional anchor, and the incredible power that comes from making just one single internal choice. So, this is the big turning point right here. You might not be able to choose the outcome. You can't choose the direction or the timing. You can't force clarity when it just isn't there. And this is huge, you always have access to this one choice. You can choose how you want to feel. And that is the whole idea behind emotional anchorage. It's a complete shift in focus. It's not about fighting with the world around you, trying to make it fit your plan. No, it's about turning inward to create a sense of safety and stability right inside yourself, no matter what kind of storm is raging outside. Okay, so that sounds really great in theory, but how do we actually do it when we're in the middle of a freakout? Let's break down a super simple, actionable practice for finding your center when you feel totally lost. It's a way to come home to yourself. It really just boils down to 3 simple steps. First, just pause. That's it. Turn your focus inward, away from all the external chaos. Second, gently ask yourself a question. Not what should I do, but what would make me feel just a little bit better right now? What brings me even a tiny sense of safety? And then third, based on that answer, you just identify one small, kind action you can take. Seriously, maybe it's making a cup of tea or stepping outside for 60 seconds. Just one little thing to soften the fear and care for yourself. So, as we start to wrap this up, let's go over a few gentle reminders. Think of these as key takeaways you can kind of keep in your back pocket for when you find yourself back in that season of fog and uncertainty. First off, remember, you don't need a 5-year plan right now. You just need a focal point. And that focal point should be how you want to feel. This is all about regulating your nervous system first. Because let's be honest, clarity almost never shows up when you're in a state of panic. You have to trust that the answers you're looking for will come, but they usually wait until safety returns to your body. And look, if you remember nothing else from this, please remember this. When you are lost, when you are uncertain, your only real job is to care for the part of you that's scared. That's it. Not to fix it, not to solve it, but simply to care for it. Because the truth is, you don't have to force all the pieces into place. If you can just focus on finding that internal anchor, the rest, it'll unfold in its own time. It always does. So the next time you feel that fog rolling in, what's your anchor going to be?